I looked like a pervert pursuing my wife. Though I regretted taking such harsh measures, something had to give. For weeks I'd suspected something was wrong. Not my desired reality. Not wanting to, I had to find out. Sherry, my 8-year domestic partner, exhibited all the signs of adultery. All the little things that bothered me but never mattered. I checked emails and phone calls but found nothing. Despite not having children, Sherry wanted to stay home with her husband. She spent most of her day making jewelry and stained glass windows. It was great to see her happy. My legal degree helped me launch a small retail legal practice. I was a generalist trial lawyer who handled wills, property transfers, no-fault divorces, and other matters. My job managing bail for a local motorcycling club was exciting. I facilitated the bail bond firm club relationship, but I did not post bail. If someone required legal help, I would refer them to a criminal lawyer buddy. In response, he sent me many useless cases. Everyone won. Sherry told me today that she and her friend Mary Jane were shopping and asked if she could get me something. I choose today to look silly or learn something I didn't want to know. So here I am. Sherry entered her friend Mary Jane's place. Mary Jane left the house alone, got into Sherry's car, and drove down the street 30 minutes later. Since my car had a GPS tracker, I didn't follow her. A man on a new Harley-Davidson touring motorcycle appeared in the driveway 20 minutes later. He looked like a biker, but something was wrong. Going inside without ringing the doorbell. I took one good photo before he went inside. I took some good photos of the bike and license plate after waiting 5 minutes. After 30 minutes, I searched Parkview Plaza for Mary Jane. I checked the number plate number on my way to the mall. Mary Jane was relaxing as much as possible. Poor food court plastic chair. She jumped when I sat next to her with coffee. John, why are you here? You scared me. This was almost tough for me to adjust. I sipped my coffee without addressing her. It was black and burning. I never liked these fancy coffee beverages. She was getting nervous. Watching her fidget in her chair made me giggle. Testing her management skills. I exonerated her. Relax, Mary Jane. I know her location. I know her location. I know her companions and activities. I don't care anymore. Raising her hands to her lips. BTC. Nothing happened, but I expected more. Expecting a row of stamps. Let her stay at your residence. I'll provide her everything later. Any questions? She only shook her head when I left. The meat pit became a biker bar serving outstanding brisket after being a bar. It was not family-friendly. Weekday evenings were crazy, but weekends were good. Hector Turpin offered me a cold, lengthy neck when I entered. Welcome to our home, counselor. You're rarely around. It was mid-afternoon, yet at least 20 members liked the atmosphere. Do we face any danger, counselor? You're safe. However, I'm in trouble. Hector, myself, and 2 other club members chatted at the round table. Weekend pit visits by Terry Evans were common. He liked feeling like they belonged. His picture and bike were instantly recognizable. Hector flashed me a wide smile and promised to manage everything. The information I needed was there. I returned home since there was time. All of Sherry's clothes and personal items were neatly put in black garbage bags after an hour. I was amazed I could fit it in the car. She must see me later for appliances or furniture. She hadn't left the house, but Mary Jane had her car. After placing the bags on the porch, I left quietly. Mary Jane was watching me through the glass. Sherry ignored calls. Nothing to say. No excuses, no emails. Indeed, I had to retrieve her hobby gear. Just put them on the veranda. I sent her a simple divorce petition. She signed each form while waiting for the filing clerk. Was there any regret? It will never occur to me. Was there regret? It will never occur to me. Do I care? Not at all. I drank that weekend. Monday morning, I arrived at work to find we had been broken into. My workstation contained a large pickle jar with bolts and nuts, but little else was taken. The phone was my first choice. Hector, noontime Red Lobster lunch is my treat. Naturally, I left a message. No way would he wake up early. He had 2 cheddar cookies and the fisherman's dish. Do you want to? You know, friend? Do you rather I don't tell you? I'm okay. Hector, tell me everything. Dude came at 4. 2 guys asked him to play 8-ball after talking. He rejoiced because he had never participated in a game or acknowledged. We skipped dessert for coffee. 2 prospects were provided a toolkit and told to disassemble Butterball's motorbike outside. Each screw, bolt, and nut should belong in a pickle jar. It was easier without disassembling the engine and gearbox. At least 3 hours were spent. Pickle container was removed after completion. Our coffee was made. The guys left after abruptly ending 8-ball. Evans was whispered to by Butterball's elderly lady, Kiki. He walked slowly to the entrance, looking around. Before continuing, he looked at the parts pile where his bike was. We last saw him boarding the Uber then. I can now proudly own a bespoke Harley? Laughing, Hector bit his lip. At least sort of. Unfortunately, most pieces were gone before dawn. She said what to him? Someone mentioned your wife's name, but I'm not sure. The rest of the week went normally. It was time to wait after filing the divorce papers. 90 days is lengthy. Not spoken to Sherry. Although I missed our discussions, I couldn't accept the alternative option. I called Terry Evans at Monsanto. Automotive to kill time. He left no forwarding address and quit. A local police officer I knew said there was no allegation of a damaged motorbike. 2 weeks later, Mary Jane and I met in the mall. Just a lucky meeting. She sat in the food court with coffee. She looked sad for some reason. Would you mind my joining? I didn't shock her this time. She only nodded and smiled. The hush was fleeting. Eventually she sighed, my apologies to John for wrecking your marriage. You didn't. Yes, she did. I helped her. I did everything I could for her. I had to help her since I couldn't refuse. My only friend was her. We waited a few minutes in silence. She's with him? She moved back in with her parents in Frackville. He vanished, no email, text, or word. He appeared one day and left the next. Was she mad? She cared about losing you, not him. Perhaps I might ask, why did she do that? I don't want to know, though. I appreciate your time, Mary Jane. One tear may have caught my eye as I left. A boring day at work. 2 weeks remained till the divorce. I estimated the pickle jar's screws, bolts, and nuts. I wondered what Kiki whispered in his ear. I'll never know.